NNRG.
Okay, it's been a couple weeks since I've done this because I kinda got sick over a week ago and my voice is only just coming back now, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. Anyways, let's get this started. I believe this is a tape file, so there we go. Aztec challenge. It's got the raster bars, kind of dim raster bars. I know you're not going to see it with the low contrast filter over top, but oh, we already go. We've seen this intro before from the Remember group, so I'm not going to hold on this one too long here. So let's move on. Intro by Jack Yelly and Remember. Oh, we got documents this time as well. Okay, so playing. The game begins with the Cosby logo and the title, followed by the player option selection. You may choose to play as one player by pressing the function key F1 or opt for two players by pressing function key F3. Okay. Okay, so reading through it here, it seems like a pretty simple game when it comes down to it. It's just saying to basically... It's saying that each level has like different controls to it. So that's going to be a little interesting. It's also mentioning here that during each level, except level 5, the changing and building of the background music will indicate the extent of your progress. You'll score points for individual achievements and receive bonus points for completing the challenge. So it seems like the way to know how far you are in a level is just by looking at the back, or not the background necessarily, but the background music, just listening to how far along it is. That'll be interesting. And apparently the game has 7 different levels, and the joystick needs to be in port 2. That's where I've got it. Okay then. And that was it. And yeah, it's saying here that joystick functions change from level to level. So, because there's no instructions on the controls really in here, like, I mean, there's a little section here that just says to put the joystick in port 2. So I'm guessing the game itself is actually going to give us the controls. So, that's good to know. Anyways, run stop to start. Trainer stuff again. Starting level 1, starting phase 1, no level skip. Aztec challenge. An interesting way of showing it in there. One player or two player. Okay, so what? Oh, that was interesting. It like immediately. Oh, it's giving us short demonstrations of the challenges. Okay, so I guess. Okay, that one involves falling cubes. Falling cubes of doom. They're gonna show us another one if we just wait. Okay, I'm running around dodging more stuff. Okay, let's actually just play this. So F1 to play. So the gauntlet. Run towards the temple, dodging spears thrown from either side, pull back on the stick to duck, push forward to jump. Okay, sounds pretty straightforward. Okay. It took a few presses of the fire button before it actually It took a few presses of the fire button before it actually started, which was kind of weird, but well, it's working fine now. So my guy's running automatically. I can jump and I can duck. Okay, I somehow managed to already go through the 5 lives I had for that. But yeah, if you run out of lives, it just starts you back at this screen, changing between players. But I've only got it in 1-player mode, so yeah, the fire button doesn't always work to advance it for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so let's try to be more reactionary here. I was trying to see if there was maybe a way to take advantage of the controls, but no, it seems the safest thing to do is just press up when you need to and down when you need to. So let's see how far we can get here. So yeah, it looks like we're approaching the pyramid at the back there, running by a whole bunch of guys with spears who are clearly throwing them at us. And yeah, the music seems to not be just a random, or not a random, it just doesn't seem to be just a loop. There's more to it than that. So I'm guessing sooner or later, they're gonna get far enough that the music actually reaches some kind of conclusion, and that's all it takes? Maybe? I don't know. Ah, darn it, I got hit and it actually sends you all the way back to the start. Yeah, that's some old school difficulty right there. Okay, I think I'm making it further than I have Darn it. As soon as I say anything, it's like I immediately get hit. That's just how it is when you're playing these games. So I've actually been at this for a few minutes now. The main problem I'm running into here is that the amount of reaction time necessary to dodge these spears is like right at the limit of what I'm capable of. So because you need to do this flawlessly to get to the pyramid, it's like a single mistake and you have to redo the entire thing. So right now, this is basically just coming down to luck, whether I get far enough to get to the next level or not, which is kind of annoying. Oh wait, I'm actually seeing a fragment of a door and now I'm back to the freaking start again. Ugh. Actually, you know what? The other thing I just noticed is that the spears do actually come at different speeds, so that does make it surprisingly difficult to deal with them. Because normally you get the slow ones, but every so often you get a really fast one, and it's those really fast ones that I'm having trouble dodging. I guess the one saving grace here is that at least the spears are being thrown on a consistent cycle. So you know when the next one's gonna come, it's just you don't know where it's gonna come from and whether or not you need to jump over it or duck under it. But I seem to be doing okay this time. But then I haven't had... Oh! That was it? You mean I died last time, like literally on the last spear? Oh boy. Okay, so next level, the stairs. Run up the stairs of the temple while stone blocks are rolled down at you. Push left and right on the stick to move. Okay, so I seem to lock to like specific increments. And no, I can't move up or down, just sideways. Although I'm not hearing any music? Oh wait, there it goes. I was wondering where the music was. So yeah, it's weird that your character like sticks to specific increments horizontally. I would have thought it would have just been smooth movement, but no. So far this is like many times easier than the spears. Like, this is my first shot at this, and I have not gotten hit once yet. Now, admittedly, this looks like it's a completely random pattern, which could screw me over, and I have noticed the blocks are falling at different velocities as well. They're not all the exact same velocity. So that's kind of like with the spears earlier as well. They weren't all the same speed. So yeah, that was that was so much easier than the spears. Holy jeez, just first tried that one. Anyways, the temple. Enter the temple through a series of rooms protected by various devices. Hold stick left to stop, right to jump. Interesting. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay. Oh, well, that wasn't very helpful. So it almost seems like a good idea to hold as soon as you enter the room so that you know exactly what to do. Okay, those are tricky to jump over. The only trick is with the spears falling. Or the butter falling. They look like blocks of butter. I'm being attacked by blocks of butter in ancient Egypt. That spear hit? I call shenanigans. At least you don't go back to the very start of the game. If you run out of lives, it looks like you just restart the level that you're on. Which is kind of par for the course, but if you're in two-player mode, that means the second player gets their turn. So, okay, moving through the rooms again. You got these little spike things out of the ground. Don't know what they are. I'm getting 3 of them in a row. Okay. More butter. For some reason, when you're in a butter room, it ends early sometimes. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, more spears. Ah, darn it, that spear got me. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes you enter or exit a room at, like, ahead of or behind where you would expect to. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but seem to be doing okay this time. Got some more pits to jump over. Okay, that's level 3. So level 4, the Vermin. Pass through the dark heart of the temple, avoiding the friendly fauna of Mexico. Push up for high jumps, back for low. Okay, so if I push up, I get a jump like that, and if I push down, I get a jump like that. Although for the moment I just seem to be running. Okay, so I guess depending on what you're faced with depends on if you're going to use a high jump or a low jump. Okay, how am I supposed to dodge a snake that lands literally right on top of me? Unless the collision detection doesn't become a factor unless it's already on the ground or something? I don't know. Yeah, for some reason this section doesn't seem to be done as well as the other ones. Because I'm trying to think of why you would want to do the short hop, given that that just makes it harder to get over things. Okay, yeah, if you jump when the snake goes right for you, then it won't get you. So that's good to know. But everything else, it's like... Yeah, like the scorpion didn't even get me there, even though I seemed to land on it. Like, yeah, this section does not seem well done compared to the other ones. But hopefully it's not too much longer. Well, based on the music, I don't think it's going to be too... I got hit by the spider. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be a lot of good reasons to use the short jump here. Not that there aren't any, it just comes up very infrequently. For the most part, you want to be doing long jumps. Or the big jumps, I should say. The trick with the short jumps is something like right there where you need... Wait, what? I missed the spider and then got hit by it when I tried to jump again? It seemed a little weird. But yeah, the short jumps are for sections where you need to make it over something, but you also need to make it over something else very shortly afterwards, whereas a long jump may cause you to jump into the thing that you're trying to dodge. So it's a little weird like that. Not unexpected, but it's just, it feels very haphazard, the way everything's been dropping onto the screen. So, yeah, this section could have used a little more work compared to the previous sections. The previous sections, like, I mean, they weren't bad. The first one was very difficult, because I was, like, at the very brink of what I was capable of. But for the most part, this has been playing pretty decently. Okay, I think we're almost at the end of this one, just based on the music. Or, how am I supposed to... Okay, I guess I survived that. Yeah, the collision detection there just made no sense. Anyways, the exit from the temple is covered with booby-trap tiles. Jump forward, back, or sideways to find a safe path across. Okay, we're moving in all directions, finally. So, how do I know what's the safe path? Did I seriously just beat that 5th level on my first try? What was even the challenge? What was supposed to happen in there? There was like nothing on the floor that was dangerous. There was no reactions to anything. It was like, what? Okay, like I'm not complaining. Level 6, piranhas. Swim the lake in any direction and dive with the fire button for a second to avoid the man-eating fish, but keep going forward. Okay, so we're using all the controls now. Okay, so you can kind of see the piranhas in the water there. And I suppose the man-eating fish are going to be... Oh. Oh. Okay, mental note. Do not get touched by any of the piranhas or they will all swarm in and absolutely annihilate you. I imagine this is probably going nuts with YouTube's video compression, or maybe even my own video compression, just because of the way the pixelization is going on here. But rest assured, for me, this doesn't look blocky or anything. This actually looks very clean. Although, as you would expect, it's very difficult to see those brown fish on the blue water, especially with all the white particles above it. Okay, I see what's going on. If you dive, then you stop moving. And if you stay diving for more than just a second, then you die. So you can't dive for very long, otherwise you lose a life. Which is kind of weird because... I mean, think about this. Shouldn't you be able to hold your breath for more than like 1 second? And you know, the other trick too here is that it's really without the music, it's really hard to tell how long you've been going for. Like, I mean, I've had to restart a few times now, so I have no idea how long this is supposed to go for, but there is some length to it, and this is not a fast one. Although I will say this feels way more possible than the spears. The spears at the very start of the game just felt like really much like luck, just because of how close to the limit it was pushing my reaction times. I mean, there's only one more level after this one. It would be nice to get to it, but I have been recording for quite a while now, so hopefully this Piranha minigame doesn't take me too much longer. But again, there's no music, so I have no idea how close I'm getting or not getting to the end of it. Oh wait, there is music in this one? Okay, that's a little weird. I've been playing this minigame for like 8 minutes, and now all of a sudden I'm hearing music in it? Okay, now all of a sudden the music came on again this time. Like, I haven't been playing this any longer than usual, and yet this time there's now music. Like, I don't get that. I'm pretty sure the music in this section is glitched out for some reason or another. Actually, something just occurred to me. The instructions keep saying something about moving forward. And if I do that, the music immediately kicks in. Have I been literally spent 15 minutes doing this wrong because I thought I was moving this entire time when in fact you're supposed to manually swim up the screen the entire time? Really? Oh boy. Because yeah, I just thought I was moving automatically since you move automatically in every other minigame up to this point. Well, except the last one. But the point is that there was no expectation that you... Like, the game set the wrong expectation as to what I should be doing here. I thought I was just supposed to dodge everything, but no. You actually have to move across the top of the screen in order to progress. Okay, I think I'm getting close to the end of this, because the music has progressed quite a bit now. There we go. Okay, so now that I understand what the rules were there, that wasn't so bad. Anyways, this should be the last level. This should be the last level, level 7, the bridge. Freedom is a hop, skip, and jump away across a narrow bridge over a deep ravine. Back is a low jump, left, medium, forward, high. Oh. Okay, hang on a second. Back is a low jump, left, medium, forward, high. This is gonna be tricky, isn't it? Okay, well, so far it doesn't look too bad. So basically, you're just picking your jumps based on how big of a gap you gotta go across. Okay, this isn't that bad, actually. So you push down if it's a 1 gap, left if it's a 2 gap, and up if it's a 3 gap. And I guess if you do a bigger jump than is necessary, it's not that big a deal, because, yeah, medium jump works fine there, because there was a space to land on. But you got to get your jump more precise if there's going to be a bigger if there's not going to be much leeway on the other side. But yeah, this one seems pretty simple actually, so I think we're going to get out of this Aztec temple just fine. This bridge is very not compliant with anything safety standard related, but what would you expect back how many years? Quite a long time ago, I would imagine. So... And I think we're almost at the end of the music, too, so... Not a lot longer to this? Maybe? Gotta jump there, big jump here... And then... Another big what?! I was in the middle of jumping! How do you fall when you're in the middle of jumping? I call shenanigans on that big time. Okay, so yeah, the way that I've fallen a couple more times now just to test like what's going on with everything. You're not allowed to jump at the very last moment. If you jump at the very last moment, it'll look like you jumped successfully, but it doesn't count. So you have to make sure you have at least some footing left before attempting a jump. So that's kind of annoying, but whatever. It just means you can't do any like last split-second jumps or anything like that. Now, it would have been nice if the background was scrolling along with the bridge here, just to give, like, some sort of parallax effect or something, although I know the Commodore 64 is pretty limited when it comes to doing special effects like that, so maybe that wasn't really something practical, but it would have looked nice. But I think we're almost at the end of this here, so got some more jumps here, making sure not to wait till the very last moment to make them. And then medium, and a big one, and a small one, and another medium. And is that it yet? Nope, got another medium jump. And another big jump. Another medium jump. The music seems to be going... Oh, that's it. And then we just start back at the beginning. Oh, it says phase 2, so I'm guessing the game gets more difficult. Let's just give a quick test here. Oh yeah, the game gets more difficult. Game gets way more difficult. Those spears are moving like lightning fast now. Yeah, I'm not playing more of that. Phase 2 can go jump in a pit of fire. Okay, so that was Aztec Challenge. That's actually not that bad. Except for the fact that that first gauntlet level is stupid hard on the first phase and seems like it would be impossible in the second phase. So yeah, I'm not doing a second run of that. But and also, what the heck was up with level 5? Like level 5, it seemed like there was nothing going on. I just made a bunch of movements and made it out. Like, I don't know. Maybe level 5 is like meant specifically to be like no threat whatsoever on the first phase, and maybe it gets more challenging on later phases, but in any case, yeah, Aztec Challenge plays perfectly fine. It's just got some difficulty inconsistencies.